Welcome to another Triton tutorial. In today's video, we'll take a look at vector addition in two-dimensional. So let's get started. We'll try to add two 2D vectors, and so in the last video we did vector addition, but it was for one-dimensional vector. Today we'll look at how do you write Triton program or Triton kernel to add vectors which are more in dimension. So let's start with a 2D vector, right? So yeah, here I'm importing Torch, Triton, and Triton language. And uh, there's a concept of stride when you want to work with 2D vectors. So let's say I have a tensor which is of 3 by 4 dimension. So I've initialized it here, I'm printing it here, so I get a there are there are basically 3 rows and 4 columns, okay? And if I do x dot shape, I get the shape as 3 by 4. So this is like a 2D tensor. Now, when I do x dot stride, I get 4 by 1. So this is important when you're working with uh, 2D vectors in Triton because there's a concept of tiling, and for tiling you need to know what is stride. So what is a stride? Stride basically tells you that to go from one row to another row, how what is the jump that you would require. So for a tensor of shape 3 by 4, I'll have to skip 4 columns to get to the next row. So that's what stride tells me. 4 is basically coming here from the column. It says, okay, I need to jump 4 columns to go to the next row. So you get so stride. This is on the row dimension. It's 4, and on the column dimension it's simple. So it says, okay, how many columns do I need to jump to go to the next column? And it's like this is 1 here, right? Because you just have to go to the next column. This is important because uh, in PyTorch, your tensors are flat one-dimensional array. You actually visualize it like a two-dimension, but the memory buffer or the memory pointer is all one. It's a long buffer of memory. And to go to the next row, you basically have to increment the pointer, and you need to know where your pointer is, and that'll depend on number of columns. So yeah, when you do this is why we need to know what is a stride, and stride is here typically the number of columns that you need to skip to go to the next row here. Okay, because I have 3 by 4, but if I had another shape it would change, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. Now yeah, and so let's go to the meat of the problem now. Here in Triton, this is how you do vector addition for 2D arrays. So let's say I have a tensor of shape 8 by 12. So I have 8 rows here, right? 0 to 7, right? And then I have 12 columns, 0 to 11. Now, and let's say my block size. So in the last video we saw you have to block size is typically like how many, like in parallel, what is the size of each block that you want to process. So I'm saying here, okay, for just for example, I'm taking block size m, which is m is my row dimension and n is my column dimension. I'm saying, okay, on the row dimension I'll take 4 rows, and on the column I'll take 6 columns. So let's say I'm calling them block M and block N. So block M is 4 and block N is 6. Now, given a tensor like this is how Triton will internally um, take each tile. Tile is like a like a square, smaller rectangle or a smaller square within your overall this thing, and it'll process that in parallel. And PID is here. Your PID on the x-axis, depending on the block size, it'll change. So for example, now this 8 by 12 tensor is being broken into smaller rectangles of size 4 by 6, 4 by 6, right? So, and here, so I have 4 tiles here, and each of these tiles are denoted by your PID. So the first PID is 0 because I'm on the first one. But as I go on along, so I'll have for the first PID, I have 4 by 6. So these 4 rows and first 6 columns. And in the next tile, my PID, because I'm going on the row side, PID is still 0, and but on the column side it's become 1, and then I take the next 6 columns. So yeah, depending on your block size, and as you see, my block M is 4, that's why I've taken 4, and N is 6, so I've taken so. So this is how PID relates to your block size, and each of these tiles is processed by your you call it thread, or yeah, no, you call it tiles. It's the same thing. So this will run in parallel, and this will run in parallel, and each of these will be computed on the GPU. right? And as I go down, now PID here is 0, 0, 0 on the x-axis and 0 on the y-axis. Again, it becomes 0 and 1. Row is 0 and yeah, you can call it x or y or whatever, row or column. So row 0 and column 0 PID, and then here row 0 and then column 1, and then again row 1 and column 0 similarly here one by one, right? So these PIDs will tell me, okay, which tile I am in, right? Like which part of the matrix I am in and what that is being, and from there on you can get the offsets and do the calculation. So this is important to keep in mind. Now you can see here on the sec all the bottom tiles are PID 1 for the row because we are dealing with these rows, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. And each time we take n block n columns, which is 6 here, and block m rows. And this is how return will work. And let's look at the code. So yeah, again you decorate the function with return.git JIT, which is a JIT compiler, and so I've defined a function to kernel that takes your two input 2D tensors, which is x pointer, y pointer, and then I'm going to add these and store it in out pointer. Now m is your dimension, right, of the point of the tensor. So on the how many rows, this is m, and then n is how many columns. Stride is what I mentioned. So stride x is on the row side. What is the stride for this tensor? Stride xn is okay on the column side. What is the stride for x? Stride ym is okay again on the x side. What is the stride of on the row side? What is the stride of y tensor? And then yn is again what is the stride of column on the y tensor, and stride out is what is my output stride on the row side, which is I'm calling m and n, right? So stride out m, stride out n. Now you take all of this and then you take the block m. So block m is how many rows you want to process for each tensor, and block n is number of columns you want to. Given all of this, what you do is now typically this runs in parallel, right? So the first thing that you do is on the y dimension, on the x dimension, basically on the row dimension, you get what is your which tile you are in, right? So you get PIDM, and then you get on the column side. So this is row tile and column tile. So 0 if you give it's row, and then a column. So you get, okay, if this for this kernel that is running on GPU, what is PIDM, what is PIDN. So basically this will tell you, okay, which tile you are in. Now once you get the tile, you have to calculate the offset. So first you calculate the offset on the row dimension. So you do PIDM into block M, and then this one. So here your block M, let's say, is 4, so you'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you are adding, let's say PID is 0, 0 into block M is 4, so you get 0, so you get 0, 1, 2, 3. It's like a 1D vector of 0 to 1 to 4. Similarly, you get for column here, column, let's say, is 6, so you'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Once you get all of that, but yeah, it's a tensor, you need to convert it. I'm adding one dimension to make it of this type. So I do this, so you get block M. So now my offset is of dimension block M1 and then 1 into block N. So I get all of this. Um, then again, you get the mask. Why mask? Because again, your tile should not go out of the out of bounds. So your tensor, it should be within your length of the tensor. So we have M rows. So I'm making sure my offsets on the row size is less than M, and then on the column side is less than N. So you get mask. Now, yeah, now this step is a little tricky. Why am I doing this again? So X pointer that you get is always the base pointer, like the location of your element 0, 0, comma 0 for X tensor. So, but yeah, your memory layout in PyTorch is a big buffer of one-dimensional memory. You need to know, okay, though you've got the offset, this is the offset for each tile, but within your global memory, you need to know, okay, where is this lying, right? Where is your memory? So what do you do relative to your pointer? So your pointer is starting somewhere. You need to know, okay, because if you look at these numbers, these are just like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are not exactly related to your memory pointers. Yeah, so to get to the actual memory location, you take the base pointer, which we had here, right? And then you add offset, row offset, and you do stride of the row, so stride xm, and then you do plus offset of column, and then you multiply it with the stride column of that x of that input tensor. So you basically you get the final pointer of in the global memory where your where the tile that you're trying to modify. Similarly, you do for y, you take the y base pointer and then you add offset of that you calculated here, right? So you do offset of m and then the stride of y plus offset n in the stride of y. And this is, yeah. This is pointer arithmetics, which is like typically found in pointer based language if you worked with C or things like that. Yeah, so once you get X and Y pointer, similarly you do it for output pointer, right? And then you load X because you've got the pointer, you load X pointer, and then you load Y, right? So you load both X and Y, right? And then I'm doing addition here. So I'm taking X, Y, adding it, and then storing it back in my output pointer, which I calculated here, storing Z here in output. Yeah, so this is your core logic, and this is how you do 2D vector addition. Yeah, and again, keep this in mind. This is what we are doing, but the only difference here is if we added this pointer, because in actual memory, it's a one-dimensional this thing. Yeah, so you run this, you get return, you define a kernel, and this is where I'm defining all my values. So I'm saying, okay, this is my x tensor, y tensor, and making sure that the shapes are proper and they're on CUDA. And then I get the number of rows, number of columns, and then I create a output tensor. Here I'm just assuming block size of, you can choose any block size, but yeah, typically 2 to the power of whatever, 32 by 32. And then before you launch the kernel, right, I'm calling my kernel add 2D. You define a grid. So grid is a tuple of basically how you want to, what sort of, how you want, how many kernels, basically how many tiles you want on the x-axis and how many tiles you want on the y-axis. So how many rows and how many columns you want to process. So yeah, you do number of rows divided by block size, and the number of columns divided by block size on the column dimension. So you get this grid, and then once you get the grid, you launch the kernel here. You call the function, but you pass the grid here, and then you pass all the variables that you define here. Again, the stride is done like this. You give it the stride x dot stride, y dot stride, and output stride, and like this. And then finally, you get the you're returning. I'm returning the output. So yeah, I mean, I've taken tensor of 100 by 100, right? Similarly, y is also same dimension. I'm trying to add both of them by calling this Triton 2D. So the Triton 2D is being defined here, Triton at 2D, and then giving it x, y, and the rest of the thing. Cool. So yeah, I mean, this is how you do 2D. You can play around with it, write few. So I've done addition, but let's say for homework, you can maybe try out a few other simple addition of 2D vectors and see how it goes. Thank you.